Morning. It's Wednesday, November 3rd, and every time I look at the news and I try to figure out something to talk about, Joe Manchin's name turns up. Joe Manchin, the maverick Democrat. I don't know why the man just doesn't turn into a Republican. What is the point of being a Democrat in a usually Republican state? Because all Joe seems to be doing is holding things up. Why can't the Democrats control this guy? Now, when the Democrats have got the $1.2 trillion infrastructure, right, backing, and it's working, Joe was not prepared to vote on the 1.75 spending bill. And that's a bill that they cut all the way down from 3.5 trillion based upon his criteria. So why can't he go along? I mean, how much more does he want to not spend? What is his real problem here? He got it down from 3.5 to 1.75. Why can't he go along with the Democrats and get this thing over with? I mean, this is a blow to the Democrats, and particularly to the progressive Democrats. And maybe that's all Joe wants to do. Maybe Joe just wants to show those progressive Democrats that they are on the wrong side of the page, that they shouldn't have any power at all, that they're wrong, that all of their socialist leanings and communist leanings are incorrect. Why can't he sit down with them and explain what it is to be a moderate, and explain to them why their vision for America is wrong? Go in their corner. These are trying times. It's a 50-50 deal in the Senate. Nothing is getting done by his taking these stances that he takes. Manchin's announcement puts the Democrats on edge, because we don't know if he'll support the spending bill if they go ahead with this whole thing. And it's very important that these two bills come out together. They are closely aligned. We need both of these bills. And we've cut the size of them and the shape of them way down. So this is not the first time around for these bills, because they'll only be good for 2 or 3 years maybe. And the way our government is all screwed up, who knows if we'll really get them done properly? Who knows what Joe Biden and Joe Manchin are going to be able to do with these things? And who even knows if we'll win, if the Democrats will win the election again in 2022 and then again in 2024. I mean, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is sending all the wrong messages to the country. The country looks at these clowns and says, how did we get ourselves into this mess? How in the world could we vote a Democrat president and he can't get anything done? Yes, we voted out an asshole, but it doesn't look like we've gained anything in this whole election process. So Joe Manchin and Joe Biden better get their acts together. Sit down in some dark room with a couple of cigars and straighten this stuff out. These infrastructure bills are very important. These bills are going to put many people to work, but they're not going to work if these two people can't get their act together. And I don't know what Joe Biden could continue to do for Manchin, because every time you turn around, the story changes. The environment changes. It's a very frustrating thing to watch. And what is really motivating Joe Manchin? He got everything he wanted. But every time you turn around, there's another little thing that sets him off. And maybe it's time for him to really, really sit down and talk to people. Not walking down the corridors. At least that's the view I have of this whole situation. They could be talking behind those doors, for all I know. We really don't know. All we know is that he's not ready to vote on the $1.75 trillion bill. And it seems to me that given the environment that they're living in, that the Republicans are 100% solid, rock solid in their opposition to everything the Democrats want to do, that the Democrats have to show some rock solid report for Joe Biden and his agenda, his view of the future. I mean, Joe is out there telling the whole world, Joe Biden, telling the whole world, we're backing climate change, we're going to do these things. He's G20 and whatever other meetings they go to. He's in Scotland, and it doesn't matter. because the whole world is watching us, and they must be saying, how can this guy go to work every day? He's not in control of anything. It's a dysfunctional country. The United States has become dysfunctional. And they're true. It's true. We are dysfunctional. We can't get anything done. It goes on and on and on. Supposed to vote today, going to vote tomorrow, going to vote the day after tomorrow. Wait a second, we're not going to vote. It's a mishmash out there. It's a mishmash. It's very frustrating, and I don't know what they can do about it. And maybe if they lose really bad in 2022, they'll figure this thing out. We'll get some people together who know what the hell they're doing, who can meld a unit. In any event, I wanted to talk about other things today, but I just got carried away with this. So in any event, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.